Alright guys, so today I'm going to do a little video on some questions. Got 8 questions and 5 tags at the end. So here we go. First question. What is your most memorable camp? Now I've been on loads and loads of camps. But the most memorable one for me is by far the Bath and Swate in the Lake District. The camp I went with, the first Norwich Sea Scouts up there. Stunning area. I did a lot of things. I conquered my fear of heights, and we tabbed up Scarfell, and it was an awesome camp with some awesome people. So that is the best camp I've ever been on. Second question, do you prefer solo or social camps? Now, this is quite a tough one for me because I love my own company, but I also love social camps. I love camping with Paul Prep Nomad, Paul 51 Foxy, Mark Barking Badger, Mr Scooty, Young Scott, Joe and Jackie, and all the other Bazza guys. Steve Frogmoon is another one. So I love the social aspect, and when you camp with other people and they do things bushcrafty, and you get to see and you get to watch and you get to pick up, and I've found through my time on this planet that to learn, you pick little pieces from all over the place and then you fit them together, and that is your method, and that is how you do things. So the more you interact and the more you see, the more you can do. My personal philosophy anyway. So yeah, I love social camps. Possibly just that little bit more than I like solo camps, although you need solo camps every now and then just to reset all your switches, because we all know life is a ball ache at times. So third question, what is your favourite knife? Again, this one's a toughie for me, because those that know me know I'm a bit of a knife tart. So to pick a favourite would be wrong, because I love all my knives and I use all my knives. But my go-to knives would have to be my little SA Azula neck knife, which I use a lot, and my BK7 made by K-Bar, which is on my bug out bag, and that knife has been battered. It has been really abused. I use it for flint and steel, so a lot of people will frown on that one, but it's a knife, it's a tool. I've used it as a shovel to dig out holes, so, and apart from when I abused it and missed and hit a stone, the blade has never done any damage to it. So I had a slight nick in the blade, which soon polished out. So yeah, those two are, I would say, they are my go-to knives. So, fourth question, where did you learn your bushcraft skills? I would have to say that all my bushcraft skills were learnt at my time in the first Norwich Sea Scouts. I went in as a Sea Scout at the age of 11, and then I went into the Venture Scouts, and I left the Venture Scouts when I was 19. So, and I spent nearly every weekend down at the Scout hut, practicing, doing climbing, making ovens, digging fire pits, different fires, canoeing, rowing, sailing, food prep, trapping, shooting, all those sort of things I learnt from the Scouts. So yeah, and then obviously throughout my adult life, when I've been out fishing on the bank, bivouacking and all that sort of stuff. So I've self-taught, a lot of my stuff, through trial and error, cuts and grazes, falling out trees, as you do. So yeah, that's where I learnt most of my bushcraft skills during my time in the 1st Norwich Sea Scouts, and it was awesome. 5th question: what is your favourite fire starting method? Now, for me, at the moment, I like the old traditional way, so friction fire. I do like that. I am persevering with the fire plough at the moment to get that mastered. I like the bow drill, and I also like flint and steel. Anybody can throw sparks off a ferro rod, but the others, they take a little bit of finesse. Should the shit hit the fan and people suddenly find that they're without a ferro rod, or all of a sudden they've got to make fire and they haven't got a kit in the car or haven't got anything on them, apart from a knife and a bit of shoelace or something, then at least if you know how to make a bow drill or a fire plough, you can get a fire started. So those are my favourites. Number 6: what do you consider to be your most essential piece of kit to take on a trip? Most of you who know me and camp with me know that I cut myself on the first day. 9 times out of 10 I have a little misdemeanor or a little love moment with my blades. So for me, my most essential piece of kit is my first aid kit. I have one on top of my new Bergen, which is the Marauder, what is it, the Airfield Support Pack, I think, or is it the Air Support Field Pack? Awesome pack, 180 litres, so many options with it. And I also carry one in the car, and I carry one in the bug out bag, and so yeah, I would say mine is the first aid kit, because I am accident prone. Number 7: do you carry a bug out bag in your vehicle? Yes, I do. It's a little Viper bag, and in that bag there's a cup, there's a stove, there's my firebox, folding firebox, there's alcohol, there's various fire starting methods, there's some dried foods, coffee, and some cup of soups, There's also a tarp in there, a small one, and I also carry in the car a poncho liner and a large bottle of water. So it's always in my car, just in case, something happens, because you never know vehicles. Excuse me, you can be driving along one day and hit a pothole, which we all know there's plenty in this country, and something breaks, and there you go, and then you have to wait for the fourth emergency service to come and tow you away or collect you or do something. So yeah, I just think it's peace of mind, and most of you know I've always got my kids with me when I'm out and about. So yeah, I carry a bug out bag in my car. Number 8. What do you prefer to take on a camp? Alcohol, wood or gas stove? Now for me, it's alcohol and wood. The alcohol stove, because it is convenient, you know, it's no fuss. It'll fire up whether it's hot or cold. And the wood stove, you can always find stuff to burn. So, you know, twigs, dry standard, you know, whatever. You can always find enough to get it going and to get a brew on, you know, should you need to. So those are the two that I always take. Gas is okay, and I have taken gas before, but I do prefer those two. Now, I've got to tag some people. So, I'm going to tag 5 people because I'd really like to hear their answers to these questions. And this is no particular order. First one is Paul, Prep Nomad. Second one is John, Carlisle 195. The third one is David Pearson, Really Big Monkey 1. Fourth is Kev at Woodland Camp and Craft. And finally, Jay, Goonie Bushcraft. Love to see all your tags. Crack on. Catch you later, guys. Stay safe.